If you are in debt, I want you to do one thing right now. Not cut coffee, not cancel a couple movie subscriptions. I want you to answer one blunt question. What day will you be debt-free? The exact date. Most people hear that and go quiet. And that is exactly why debt is still choking you every month. Here is a harsh truth that is incredibly useful. Almost everyone in debt knows it is draining them. It makes them tense. It steals their sleep. But most people do not know where they are going. You are driving through fog with no destination. All you know is that each month you have to pay the minimum, and then you hope next month feels lighter. And when you do not have a debt-free date, debt turns into an emotional fire. It makes you avoid it, put it off, comfort yourself with, everyone has debt, it is normal. It pulls you into arguing about side stuff. Is the interest rate too high? Is the market bad? Is gas getting more expensive? But you do not do the one thing that actually gets you out. Want me to be direct? You do not need more motivation. You need a plan, and the plan starts with a date. Let me tell you about Olivia. Olivia lives in Florida. She works an office job. She gets paid every 2 weeks. She has 3 credit cards, a student loan, and an unpaid medical bill from an emergency room visit. Every month, Olivia paid the minimums. She hated opening her banking app, watching her balance drop, and then seeing her debt sit there like it was mocking her. One night, Olivia sat at her kitchen table and opened a simple spreadsheet. She wrote down every debt, the remaining balance, the minimum payment, and the annual interest rate, if there was one. It took 30 minutes, but it felt like she turned on the lights in a dark room. For the first time, Olivia knew her total debt for sure, instead of guessing. Then she did what 95% of people never do. She picked a date she knew she would be debt-free. Olivia did not pick some vague day like someday. She locked in September 30th. That would be the day Olivia would stop paying a single dollar of credit card interest. No more glancing at her phone and sighing. You might think, what does picking a date even do? This is where most people get it wrong. A debt-free date turns a monster into a math problem. And when it is a math problem, you have control. You stop saying, I am just trying. You start saying, I will be done on this date. Now do what Olivia did, but I am going to make it easier so you can apply it today. You do not need to understand every part of personal finance. You just need to be honest and do it one step at a time. First, look it straight in the face. Grab a sheet of paper or open a spreadsheet. List every debt, including the one you most want to pretend is not there. Credit cards, car loans, student loans, medical bills, personal loans, even a mortgage if you want to include it. Each line needs only 3 things: the remaining balance, the minimum monthly payment, the annual interest rate, if there is one. If you do not know the number, do not guess. Log into the lender app or call customer service. In the United States, if you ask the right question, they will tell you your balance and your payment schedule. Do not be scared. The scariest thing is not the number. The scariest thing is not knowing. Second, choose your escape date. Pick a date that is close enough to feel serious and far enough that you do not panic. For most working adults, a range of 12 to 36 months makes sense depending on total debt and income. Choose the date. Write it big. Put it somewhere you will see it every day. Your phone lock screen, the corner of your desk, a note on the refrigerator. Third, turn that date into a monthly number. This is the part people think is hard, but it is actually simple. Take your total debt, not counting your mortgage if you want to prioritize consumer debt first. Divide it by the number of months from now to your chosen date. That number is your principal payoff target. Then add some extra to cover interest because credit cards and loans charge interest. It does not have to be perfectly precise the first time. The goal is a number that is clear enough to make decisions. For example, Daniel has about $30,000 in student loan debt. If Daniel is paying around $350 a month with a typical annual interest rate, Daniel could take close to 10 years and pay tens of thousands of dollars in interest. But if Daniel increases the payment by $100 a month, the timeline could drop to around 7 to 8 years, and the interest could fall significantly. The exact numbers depend on the interest rate and the loan program, but the principle is always the same. Extra money each month buys back your time. See what happens when you have a date. You start asking a different question. How much more do I need each month to hit the finish line? And that is when you start seeing everything through the eyes of someone in control. Right here, if what I am saying helps you feel less overwhelmed and less afraid, subscribe to Wealth Wisdom Notes. Do not watch for entertainment. Just listen to a few solid ideas each week, then actually do them. Results will come faster than you think. Now let us keep going. Knowing the date and knowing the number still is not enough, because life in the United States always throws something in the way. Rent goes up, utilities go up, a kid gets sick and you owe your out-of-pocket cost. The car breaks down, the company cuts your hours. If you do not design a system, you will slide right back into minimum payments. Olivia used to do that too. She would swear she would pay more, then rent day would come and she would pull money back, until Olivia made one very simple move. She separated her cash flow. Olivia opened 2 bank accounts, one account for everyday spending, one account only for fixed bills and debt payments. Every paycheck, money automatically moved into the debt and bills account first, right after her pay hit. Olivia called it paying your future first, and only then paying your present. You can do the exact same thing. You do not need 2 different banks, you just need 2 separate accounts. The key is the order. If you wait until the end of the month to see what is left to pay debt, you will always see nothing left, because money will always find somewhere to go. And here is the turning point. Once you lock in your debt-free date, every money decision has to answer one question. Does this decision move me closer to that date or farther away? If the answer is farther away, you stop. Not out of guilt, but because you have a clear target. But there is another trap that still makes people fail, even after they pick a date. They try to fix everything at once. Then they burn out. Then they quit. The smart move is to pick one target to attack first and turn that first win into momentum. So which debt should you hit first? The answer is not one universal formula that works for everyone. The right answer is the debt that helps you win the soonest, while still lowering long-term pressure. There are 2 practical approaches. One approach is to attack the smallest balance first to create a quick win. You keep paying the minimum on everything else, but every extra dollar goes to the smallest debt. When that one hits 0, you take the exact amount you are paying and roll it into the next debt. It feels like pushing a snowball. It starts small, but it gets bigger, faster, and harder to stop. The second approach is to attack the debt with the highest annual percentage rate first to cut how much interest gets sucked away each month. From a math standpoint, this usually saves more money, especially if you are getting hammered by high-interest credit cards. So which one should you choose? If you feel exhausted, discouraged, and close to giving up, choose the quick win. Go smallest balance first. Because what you are missing right now is not knowledge. You are missing belief that you can actually do it. If you have strong discipline and you can handle not seeing debt disappear right away, choose the highest annual percentage rate first, because you are optimizing interest. Liam fell into the exact trap of someone with decent income who still gets stuck. Liam is an engineer. He makes enough to cover life, but he had 4 credit cards because a few years ago he moved, bought furniture, and then kept getting hit with car repair costs. Liam chose the highest annual percentage rate first because he thought he was being rational. The problem was, every month the balance still looked huge, and Liam lost his breath. 3 months in, he quit. Then Liam switched strategies. He picked the card with the smallest balance, just a few $1,000s. He put the goal on the refrigerator, and he set up an automatic transfer right after payday. 2 months later, that card hit 0. For the first time, Liam saw debt actually disappear. From that moment on, Liam stopped asking, "Can I do this?" Liam only asked, "How fast can I do it?" Here is the principle you need to remember. You do not need a perfect plan. You need a plan you will actually follow all the way to the end. But if you want to make it to the end, you have to lock down one thing: new debt. You can work hard at paying debt, but if you swipe a few $100s every month because of emotions, you are running in place. So today, you make one strong move. You remove your credit card from shopping apps. You delete your saved card info from Amazon, Uber, and DoorDash if those are your weak spots. You put the card somewhere hard to grab, not in your wallet. If you need to, you temporarily lock the card in your banking app. You are not doing this to punish yourself. You are doing it to protect the plan. Now we get to the part almost nobody does, but anyone who does it gets out much faster. Negotiation. Noah had a credit card with an annual fee and a high annual percentage rate. Noah assumed he had no chance. One night, Noah called the card company. Noah made one thing clear. He had been a long-time customer. He wanted to keep the card, but the fee and the interest rate were making it impossible to pay the balance down quickly. He asked directly if they could lower the annual percentage rate for a period of time, or waive the annual fee. He was not begging. He spoke like someone setting terms to continue a relationship. What happened? Noah got the annual fee waived for that year, and he got a lower interest rate for a few months. Not everyone gets that result. It depends on the company, your payment history, and timing. But if you never ask, the answer is guaranteed to be no. And even a small reduction can turn into real progress, because the interest you save each month can become extra principal you pay down. That is how smart people bend the game in their favor. There is one more step that keeps your plan from shattering when life throws a rock at you. A buffer fund. You do not need $20,000 saved before you start paying debt. You just need a small buffer so you do not run back to credit cards when something goes wrong. A realistic target for many people is $500 to $2,000, depending on your situation, your family, and how much you have to pay out of pocket for medical visits. Keep that fund in a separate savings account. Do not touch it unless you truly need it. When you have a buffer, you pay debt with calm, not panic. And here is the biggest lever of all, the one people avoid because it feels uncomfortable. Increase your income. Cutting a few coffees can help, but it rarely changes your destiny. What changes your destiny is earning a few hundred to a few thousand extra dollars a month in a sustainable way. Emma worked at a service company. Her income was not bad, but credit card debt made Emma feel like she was working just to feed interest. Emma set a goal to be debt-free in 24 months. When she ran the numbers, she needed about $400 more per month than her minimum payments. Emma did not jump into side work that would burn her out. Emma chose one direction. She looked at her job and wrote down 3 concrete results she had delivered in the past 6 months. She scheduled a short meeting with her manager, clearly said she wanted to be considered for a raise, and tied a number to the value she was creating. Emma also prepared a backup plan. If the company could not increase her pay, she would ask to move into a role with commission, or she would look for an opportunity somewhere else. 2 weeks later, Emma got the raise. Not because of luck, because Emma prepared, spoke clearly, and was willing to ask. The raise did not make Emma a millionaire, but it was enough to add extra money to her debt every month. And once you pay extra consistently, the debt-free timeline shrinks fast. If you have been listening and you feel your mind getting clearer, subscribe to Wealth Wisdom Notes. This channel does not promise miracles. It gives you systems, discipline, and practical moves so money stops feeling like a weight. Now put it all together into one simple system. You have a debt-free date. You have the monthly number you need to pay. You have a strategy to attack one debt first. You block new debt. You negotiate to reduce friction. You build a buffer so your plan does not break. And you find a path to raise income, even if it is small. When the system runs, something strange happens. The debt does not just go down. The fear goes down too. You will sleep better. You will be less irritable. You will feel less trapped inside your own life. And then you will understand why choosing a debt-free date matters so much. It is not just a day on a calendar. It is a declaration. I am not living by debt anymore. Debt is going to live by my plan. If you want to start today, do one thing before you stand up. Open the Notes app on your phone. Write the date you choose. Write your total debt. Write the amount you commit to paying each month. That is it. When you do that, you are already very different from who you were yesterday. And if you want more systems like this to build a strong financial foundation in the United States, from managing spending to building an emergency fund to long-term investing in a simple way, subscribe to Wealth Wisdom Notes. You do not need to watch every video. You just need to do what fits you consistently, and you will feel life get lighter over time.